TikTok, the popular video sharing app, has been at the center of controversy for quite some time now. In recent years, there has been a growing concern among policymakers and parents about the app's potential negative impact on young users. Despite efforts by the company to address these concerns, TikTok has faced numerous challenges, including allegations of privacy violations, inappropriate content, and its association with the Chinese government. As a result, several countries have taken steps to ban the app, with some citing national security concerns as the reason. In this video, we'll take a closer look at why TikTok has been banned in certain countries, the impact of these bans, and what the future holds for the app. Why TikTok banned? TikTok has faced bans in several countries for various reasons, including concerns over data privacy and national security. One of the main reasons for the ban is the app's association with the Chinese government. Many countries are worried that TikTok could be used to collect data on citizens and potentially be used for espionage or other malicious purposes. In addition, there have been concerns about inappropriate content on the platform, particularly for younger users, as well as reports of cyberbullying and the spread of misinformation. Some countries have also raised concerns about the app's potential impact on mental health, with concerns that excessive use of the app could lead to addiction and other negative effects. As a result, some governments have chosen to ban the app or restrict its use, while others have imposed tighter regulations to address these issues. TikTok is a social media app that allows users to create and share short videos, often set to music. It has become hugely popular in recent years, particularly among young people. However, the app has also faced criticism and challenges in many countries, with some governments banning or restricting its use altogether. One of the main reasons for the ban is the app's association with the Chinese government. TikTok is owned by ByteDance, a Chinese company, and some governments are concerned that the app could be used to collect data on citizens and potentially be used for espionage or other malicious purposes. This is particularly concerning given the Chinese government's track record of online censorship and surveillance. In 2020, the Indian government banned TikTok and several other Chinese apps amid escalating tensions between the two countries. The move was seen as a way to hit back at China and protect Indian users from potential data privacy violations. The Indian government also cited concerns about the spread of pornographic and other inappropriate content on the app. The United States has also taken steps to ban or restrict TikTok. In August 2020, President Donald Trump signed an executive order banning TikTok and WeChat, another Chinese-owned app, citing national security concerns. The order sought to prohibit any transactions between U.S. individuals or companies and ByteDance or its subsidiaries. However, the ban was put on hold following legal challenges from TikTok. In September 2020, the U.S. Department of Commerce announced a series of new restrictions on TikTok and WeChat, which would have effectively banned the apps from U.S. app stores. The move was again based on concerns over data privacy and national security. However, a federal judge blocked the ban in October, citing concerns about freedom of speech and the potential harm to TikTok's business. Other countries have also taken action against TikTok. Pakistan banned the app in October 2020, citing concerns about immoral and indecent content. The government of Bangladesh also briefly banned the app in 2019, citing concerns about the spread of pornography and other inappropriate content. In addition to concerns about data privacy and national security, TikTok has also faced criticism over its content moderation policies. The app has been accused of promoting harmful and inappropriate content, particularly for younger users. In December 2020, the UK's Information Commissioner's Office launched an investigation into TikTok's handling of children's data and its content moderation practices. The ICO also raised concerns about the potential for child exploitation on the app. There have also been concerns about the impact of TikTok on mental health. A 2020 study by the Royal Society for Public Health found that TikTok was the app most likely to have a negative impact on young people's mental health, with concerns about addiction, cyberbullying, and the pressure to present a perfect image online. In conclusion, TikTok has faced bans and challenges in several countries, primarily due to concerns about data privacy and national security. The app's association with the Chinese government has been a major factor in these decisions. In addition, concerns about inappropriate content and the potential impact on mental health have also been raised. While TikTok has taken steps to address these concerns, it remains to be seen whether the app will be able to overcome these challenges and continue to grow in popularity. Despite the challenges faced by TikTok, the app remains incredibly popular worldwide. As of 2021, the app has over 1 billion active users and is available in over 150 countries. Many users enjoy the app for its entertaining and creative content and its ability to connect users from around the world. TikTok has also taken steps to address some of the concerns raised by governments and regulators. In January 2021, the company announced a series of privacy and security updates, including the implementation of stronger password requirements, more transparency around data collection and sharing, and the introduction of a feature that allows users to filter out potentially sensitive content. The company has also hired more moderators to review and remove inappropriate content, and has introduced new tools to help parents monitor and control their children's use of the app. However, TikTok's challenges are far from over. The app's association with China continues to be a major concern for many governments, particularly as tensions between China and other countries continue to rise. In addition, the app's content moderation policies remain under scrutiny, with concerns about the potential for harmful and inappropriate content to slip through the cracks. TikTok is also facing competition from other social media apps, particularly Instagram and Snapchat, which have introduced their own short-form video features in recent years. Instagram's Reels feature, in particular, is seen as a direct competitor to TikTok and has already gained a significant following among users. The future of TikTok remains uncertain. While the app has taken steps to address some of the concerns raised by governments and regulators, it still faces significant challenges in terms of data privacy, national security, and content moderation. In addition, the app's association with China and the potential for geopolitical tensions to impact its operations cannot be ignored. Despite these challenges, TikTok remains an incredibly popular app with a loyal user base. The app's ability to connect users from around the world and its emphasis on creativity and entertainment have helped it to stand out in a crowded social media landscape. Whether TikTok can continue to navigate the challenges it faces and maintain its popularity remains to be seen. Another challenge that TikTok faces is the ongoing debate about whether the app should be classified as a social media platform or a content distributor. This has significant implications for how the app is regulated, particularly in countries where there are strict regulations around social media platforms. In the United States, for example, there has been debate over whether TikTok should be subject to the same rules and regulations as traditional social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter. Some argue that TikTok's focus on short-form video content means that it should be classified as a content distributor rather than a social media platform, and should therefore be subject to different regulations. This debate has been fueled in part by concerns about the potential for foreign interference in U.S. elections, particularly given TikTok's association with the Chinese government. In 2020, the U.S. government raised concerns about the potential for TikTok to be used to spread disinformation and influence the outcome of the presidential election. While there is no evidence to suggest that TikTok was actually used in this way, the concerns raised by the U.S. government highlight the potential for the app to be used for nefarious purposes. TikTok's challenges are not limited to concerns about data privacy and content moderation. The app has also faced challenges in terms of monetization, particularly as it has struggled to attract advertisers. Unlike more established social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, TikTok does not have a well-developed advertising ecosystem, and many advertisers are still wary of the app's association with the Chinese government. To address this challenge, TikTok has been working to develop its advertising capabilities, introducing new features like TikTok for Business and partnering with third-party ad networks. However, it remains to be seen whether the app will be able to attract enough advertisers to monetize its platform effectively. Despite these challenges, TikTok remains one of the most popular social media apps in the world. The app's ability to connect users from around the world and its focus on creativity and entertainment have helped it to carve out a unique niche in the crowded social media landscape. Whether TikTok can continue to overcome the challenges it faces and maintain its popularity remains to be seen, but there is no doubt that the app has had a significant impact on the world of social media and online content. Another challenge that TikTok faces is the potential for user burnout and declining engagement. As with any social media platform, TikTok's success is dependent on its ability to keep users engaged and coming back for more. However, the app's focus on short-form video content and its algorithm-driven feed can make it easy for users to become overwhelmed and disengaged. In addition, the app's reliance on user-generated content means that the quality and relevance of the content on the app can vary widely. While this can be a strength of the app, allowing for a diverse range of voices and perspectives, it can also make it difficult for users to find content that is relevant and engaging to them. To address these challenges, TikTok has been experimenting with new features and tools designed to improve engagement and user retention. For example, the app has introduced new video editing tools, including the ability to add voiceover narration and text overlays to videos, as well as new features like the For You feed, which is designed to surface content that is relevant and interesting to individual users. TikTok has also been investing in new forms of content, including live streaming and e-commerce features. These new features allow users to engage with each other in new ways and can help to keep users engaged and coming back to the app. Despite these efforts, however, TikTok's long-term viability remains uncertain. The app is facing increasing competition from other social media platforms, and its association with China continues to be a major concern for many governments and regulators. In addition, the app's reliance on user-generated content can make it difficult to maintain quality and relevance over the long term. Overall, TikTok's journey has been a fascinating one, and the app has had a significant impact on the world of social media and online content. Whether it can continue to navigate the challenges it faces and maintain its popularity remains to be seen, but there is no doubt that the app has left its mark on the world of digital media. In recent years, TikTok has also faced increased scrutiny over its role in promoting harmful content and potentially dangerous challenges. The app has been criticized for promoting content that glorifies self-harm and eating disorders, as well as for hosting dangerous challenges like the Skullbreaker Challenge, which has led to serious injuries and hospitalizations. In response to these concerns, TikTok has taken steps to improve its content moderation policies and practices. The app has increased its investment in artificial intelligence and machine learning tools to help identify and remove harmful content, and has also expanded its team of human moderators to review content more closely. TikTok has also introduced new features and tools designed to promote user safety and well-being, such as the ability to report potentially harmful content and the introduction of new controls to help users manage their screen time and limit their exposure to certain types of content. Despite these efforts, however, TikTok continues to face challenges in terms of content moderation and user safety. The app's massive user base and the sheer volume of content on the platform make it difficult to ensure that harmful content is quickly identified and removed. And some critics argue that TikTok's reliance on user-generated content creates an inherent risk for the spread of harmful content. Overall, the question of whether TikTok should be banned is a complex one, with many different factors to consider. While the app has certainly had its share of controversies and challenges, it has also had a significant impact on the world of social media and online content, and has become a beloved platform for millions of users around the world. Ultimately, whether TikTok should be banned will depend on a range of factors, including concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, and user safety. As governments and regulators around the world continue to grapple with these issues, it remains to be seen how TikTok's journey will unfold and what the future holds for this influential app. Another issue that has contributed to the controversy surrounding TikTok is the app's ownership and relationship with China. TikTok is owned by the Chinese tech company ByteDance, which has led to concerns around data privacy and national security. Critics argue that TikTok's close ties to the Chinese government and its potential access to user data could pose a threat to national security, particularly for countries like the United States and India. In 2020, the U.S. government moved to ban TikTok over concerns that the app was collecting user data and sharing it with the Chinese government. TikTok has vehemently denied these allegations and has taken steps to distance itself from its Chinese ownership. The app has announced plans to establish a new global headquarters outside of China and has hired a number of high-profile executives from the U.S. tech industry in an effort to build trust with regulators and users. Despite these efforts, however, concerns around TikTok's ownership and data privacy continue to persist. Some critics argue that TikTok's vast data collection and algorithm-driven content feed could be used to influence public opinion or even subvert democracy in certain countries. Ultimately, the question of whether TikTok should be banned will likely depend on a range of factors, including concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, and user safety. As governments and regulators around the world continue to grapple with these issues, it remains to be seen how TikTok's journey will unfold and what the future holds for this influential app. Another concern that has been raised about TikTok is the app's impact on mental health and well-being. TikTok has been criticized for promoting unrealistic beauty standards and for creating a culture of comparison and competition among its users. Some critics argue that the app can contribute to feelings of anxiety, depression, and body dissatisfaction, particularly among younger users. In response to these concerns, TikTok has introduced a number of features and initiatives designed to promote user well-being. The app has partnered with mental health organizations to provide resources and support to users, and has also introduced new features like the Wellbeing Center, which provides tips and guidance on how to manage stress and anxiety. TikTok has also taken steps to promote body positivity and to combat harmful content related to eating disorders and self-harm. The app has banned certain types of content, such as the pro-Ana and pro-Mia hashtags, which promote eating disorders, and has introduced new rules around self-harm and suicide-related content. Despite these efforts, however, concerns around the impact of TikTok on mental health and well-being continue to be raised. Some experts argue that the app's focus on short, attention-grabbing content and its algorithm-driven content feed can create a sense of constant stimulation and novelty-seeking behavior, which can contribute to feelings of anxiety and restlessness. Overall, the question of whether TikTok should be banned will likely depend on a range of factors, including concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, and user safety, as well as the app's impact on mental health and well-being. As governments and regulators around the world continue to grapple with these issues, it remains to be seen how TikTok's journey will unfold and what the future holds for this influential app. Another issue that has been raised in the debate over whether TikTok should be banned is the app's impact on the entertainment industry and traditional media. TikTok's short-form, user-generated content has become increasingly popular among younger audiences and has been credited with launching the careers of a number of social media influencers and content creators. Some critics argue that TikTok's rise has contributed to a decline in traditional media and entertainment, with users turning to the app for their daily dose of entertainment and news rather than more traditional sources like television and print media. This shift in media consumption patterns has led to concerns around the future of the entertainment industry, with some experts predicting that TikTok and other social media platforms could eventually replace traditional media entirely. Despite these concerns, however, some argue that TikTok and other social media platforms offer new opportunities for creativity and self-expression, and could ultimately lead to a more diverse and democratic media landscape. The debate over whether TikTok should be banned is likely to continue for some time, with many different factors to consider. While the app has certainly had its share of controversies and challenges, it has also had a significant impact on the world of social media and online content, and has become a beloved platform for millions of users around the world. Ultimately, the question of whether TikTok should be banned will likely depend on a range of factors, including concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, user safety, and the app's impact on the entertainment industry and traditional media. As governments and regulators around the world continue to grapple with these issues, it remains to be seen how TikTok's journey will unfold and what the future holds for this influential app. Another key factor to consider in the debate over whether TikTok should be banned is the app's impact on society and culture. TikTok has become a cultural phenomenon, with users around the world creating and sharing content that reflects their personal experiences, interests, and identities. Some argue that TikTok's focus on creativity, self-expression, and community building has had a positive impact on society, particularly among younger generations. The app has provided a platform for marginalized voices and has created opportunities for underrepresented groups to share their stories and perspectives. At the same time, however, TikTok has also been criticized for promoting harmful or inappropriate content, including hate speech, bullying, and misinformation. The app's algorithm-driven content feed can also create a filter bubble where users are exposed only to content that reinforces their existing beliefs and biases. In response to these concerns, TikTok has taken steps to improve its content moderation policies and to combat harmful content on the platform. The app has introduced new rules around hate speech, harassment, and misinformation, and has also partnered with fact-checking organizations to verify the accuracy of information shared on the app. Despite these efforts, however, concerns around the impact of TikTok on society and culture continue to be raised. Some critics argue that the app's emphasis on short-form, attention-grabbing content can contribute to a culture of superficiality and instant gratification, and can encourage users to prioritize likes and followers over genuine connection and community building. Overall, the question of whether TikTok should be banned is a complex and multifaceted one with many different factors to consider. While the app has certainly had its share of controversies and challenges, it has also had a significant impact on the world of social media and online content, and has become a beloved platform for millions of users around the world. As governments and regulators continue to grapple with these issues, it will be important to consider the many different aspects of the TikTok debate, including concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, user safety, the impact on the entertainment industry and traditional media, and the app's broader impact on society and culture. Another important aspect to consider in the debate over whether TikTok should be banned is the app's impact on international relations and diplomacy. TikTok is owned by the Chinese company ByteDance, and its rise in popularity has raised concerns among some governments about the app's potential to be used for political influence or espionage. In 2020, the United States government, led by former President Donald Trump, issued an executive order that would have effectively banned TikTok from the country over concerns about data privacy and national security. The order argued that TikTok posed a threat to U.S. national security due to its ties to the Chinese government and its potential to collect sensitive data on U.S. citizens. In response, TikTok filed a lawsuit against the U.S. government, arguing that the ban was unconstitutional and that the company did not pose a threat to national security. The lawsuit was ultimately successful, with a federal judge blocking the ban in September 2020. However, the issue of TikTok's ties to the Chinese government and its potential to be used for political influence or espionage remains a concern for many governments around the world. Some countries, including India and Pakistan, have already banned TikTok over these concerns. At the same time, however, others argue that banning TikTok could have negative consequences for international relations and diplomacy. TikTok has become a popular platform for cultural exchange and has provided a way for people around the world to connect and share their experiences and perspectives. Banning the app could lead to a further deterioration of relationships between countries and could limit opportunities for cross-cultural communication and understanding. Ultimately, the question of whether TikTok should be banned will likely depend on a range of factors, including concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, user safety, the impact on the entertainment industry and traditional media, and the app's impact on international relations and diplomacy. As governments and regulators around the world continue to grapple with these issues, it remains to be seen what the future holds for TikTok and for the broader landscape of social media and online content. In conclusion, the debate over whether TikTok should be banned is a complex and multifaceted one with many different factors to consider. While the app has certainly had its share of controversies and challenges, it has also had a significant impact on the world of social media and online content, and has become a beloved platform for millions of users around the world. Concerns around data privacy, national security, content moderation, user safety, the impact on the entertainment industry and traditional media, and the app's impact on society and culture must all be taken into account when making decisions about the future of TikTok. As governments and regulators around the world continue to grapple with these issues, it will be important to strike a balance between protecting the interests of users, ensuring national security, and promoting cross-cultural communication and understanding. Only by taking a holistic and nuanced approach to this complex issue can we ensure that the future of TikTok and social media more broadly is one that promotes positive outcomes for all. Positive outcomes for all. Positive outcomes for all. Positive outcomes